Let's go ahead and dive into our first story, which I'm sure if you're on social media right now, you know it is trending. It's about Senator Lindsey Graham. Yeah, he's taking time out of his subpoena dodging efforts to go ahead and introduce federal legislation banning abortion after 15 weeks. Check this out.
Here's what I think. I think we should have a law at the federal level that would say after 15 weeks, no abortion on demand, except in cases of rape, incest, to save the life of the mother. And that should be where America's at. And what would that mean if we adopted that position? If we adopted my bill, our bill, we would be in the mainstream of most everybody else in the world. The abortion issue in America has always been part of our political discourse. It will continue to be. And this is my position at the federal level, that we should reject the most radical bill I've ever seen introduced by Senator Schumer and his colleagues that would allow abortion up to the moment of birth. That is extreme in every fashion, and we should be talking about legislation for the nation as a whole that would put us in line with the science in the civilized world. So I look forward to the debate. I look forward to the vote. If we take back the House and the Senate, I can assure you we'll have a vote on our bill. If the Democrats are in charge, I don't know if we'll ever have a vote on our bill.
Yeah, Graham may look forward to the debate, the vote. I look forward to him being less of a hypocrite because his proposed legislation, really, it's coming just weeks after he went on CNN and said that abortion should not be handled at the federal level. Check this out from August 7th.
The point I'm trying to make is I've been consistent. I think states should decide the issue of marriage and states should decide the issue of abortion.
Yep, that's Lindsey Graham, and exactly what we'd expect, because when the Supreme Court reversed Dobbs, Graham was also very much celebrating the thought that states would be able to decide abortion rights. But instead, now he's joined by the anti-abortion leaders introducing this bill called Protecting Pain-Capable Unborn Children from Late-Term Abortions Act. Yeah, again, Graham previously introduced bills that sought to ban abortions nationally from 20 weeks versus this new bill calling for a ban after 15 weeks. This is just hypocrisy at its finest, as far as I'm concerned. It also seems to be a far cry from an actual late-term abortion, because that term itself is not being used here appropriately. This is not about facts or science. Check out this post from Washington Post, Caroline Kitchener. It's stressed here in what she tweeted. Little more context here. Late-term abortion is not a medical term, but a political one, deployed almost exclusively by the anti-abortion camp to the extent that it's used. It's generally understood to refer to abortions after 24 weeks or so. Yes, because we know pregnancies are about 40 weeks. So planning this abortion, banning it at such a short amount of time, it's not late term at all. And the timing here, we also know, is quite interesting in terms of Graham passing this bill off to be voted upon. We know this from Axios. Graham's plan comes less than 2 months out from the midterm elections, with abortion expected to be an important issue for voters following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Republican candidates across the U.S. have moved to disappear hardline anti-abortion stances they took during their primaries, particularly in battleground states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Colorado, Arizona, and North Carolina. So pretty much Graham thinks that this move will make the GOP appear more moderate. More from Axios. Graham's bill is designed to present Republicans as being more mainstream on abortion by pushing a partial ban over either a full ban or what they characterize as Democrats' abortion on demand position. But the reality is that there's so much danger from this position, from this purported ban. Rights groups have warned a nationwide abortion ban would have disastrous health impacts. One recent analysis by experts at the University of Colorado Boulder estimated that prohibiting abortion outright at the federal level would increase the United States' already high maternal mortality rate by 24%. That's absolutely ridiculous. Being a Black woman and knowing that our maternal mortality rate is higher than all other groups of women, I know that this means that Black pregnant women would potentially die. This is very, 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 very disastrous. And it's also not aligned with any kind of science or facts, but it's very much aligned with GOP's efforts to maybe take the midterms. What do you think, Jessica?
I think Lindsey Graham saying, I'm being consistent here, I've been consistent here, is hilarious. He's been consistently hypocritical, wavering on his views based on what is politically convenient by his calculations. Let's talk about freedom, which is something the conservatives love to discuss. All right, let's talk about the freedom for us to make choices about our bodies because people matter more than states. But let's also remember the states' rights argument. They framed this as if we had national rights guaranteed in this country, that would mean there was authoritarianism and the federal government can't have too much power. So by some convoluted argument, pushing this back to the states would give people more freedom. He's just lying and spinning and relying on a short-term memory of the American people. Many people won't remember that video from August 7th, and they'll only see this new clip of him discussing this bill he's proposing. But people don't really care that much if they're hypocrites, and even if we point this out sometimes, it's not exciting for people to watch how the media and our politicians lie so frequently. They know that they're hypocrites. What's more important is to talk about what would happen if this ban went into effect. In Louisiana, there's a woman, Nancy Davis, who is pregnant and who is considering either carrying a baby to term that is missing half of its skull or traveling to Florida to try and have an abortion before she hits the 15-week mark. These are the kinds of decisions people will face if the abortion ban is in effect. This is a decision that should be between a person and their doctor, not one that is made up by Lindsey Graham.